What's up, this man Rico Wayne.
Okay, cool.
Hey, that was me though. I usually just soak in information. I listen to the whole thing, man. I fucks with y'all, dog. I fucks with anybody that's doing some creative shit.
What I want to say is, women, I love y'all. At the same time, I hate y'all. Just
answer the question, bro.
She bad, dog.
Don't answer the.
Just
thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever be afraid to, know what I'm saying, go into sponge mode on niggas. You ain't gotta pretend that you know what the hell is going on all the time. My niggas, sometimes the best thing to do is say,
is keep it real.
What's up? It's your man Rico Wayne.
Ooh, brother Bandana back in the building.
I'm gonna be King Cruz today.
King Cruz?
Hitman B might show up.
Upgraded from K to King. Oh, you said Hitman B might show up?
He might show up, depending on the situation.
All right, what's up, y'all? This is the Feeltrip podcast. Y'all, welcome to the Cozy Corner. I've up in here in the DFW Metroplex, and we are about to kick this off with
Woman of the Week. Your boy, Brother Bandana back.
Hey.
Your man's Brother Bandana is back.
Return.
And I have, once again, the Woman of the Week.
Shout out to him for bringing up Ava DuVernay. He suggested her last week.
And this time, because of what happened this past Thursday, the Woman of the Week is the third rapper ever to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, but the first female rapper to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, Songwriters Hall of Fame, is Missy Elliot.
Hey,
Okay.
Missy
you know
Elliot.
what? If I had to choose, I was going to choose her this week too.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, as it says, reporting on CBS News, which is where I got this info at.
Okay.
This is the 50th annual Songwriters Hall of Fame ceremony. Now, of course, not only did she make history alongside Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z as being the only three rappers inducted into that Hall of Fame, but she is the first female rapper. All these other female rappers out here who's killing it, but she, as far as Songwriters Hall of Fame, because she done wrote for a lot of folks, especially, helping alongside Timbaland with one of my favorite songs of all time, Aaliyah, 1 in a Million. Yes. The fact that, I don't know if y'all seen the video, but when they was both in the car, I could
barely remember it right now.
Man, it was just, I don't know if it was 2 times, maybe 1 time. I remember 1 time. It was just Timbaland, Missy Elliot, they both in the front seat of a car just nodding their head. So I was like, yeah! I didn't know until I got older that they helped produce the beat and the songwriting. I was like, oh, they cold for that.
Most of my memories of Aaliyah videos is her looking like a glamour shot all the time.
All the time. In a, what they call it, in a trash bag outfit.
Oh, yeah, Missy. Look, see, like, what I like about Missy is, like, when she first came out, she didn't look like the typical, female artist. Right. And they tried to use a stunt double for her in her first video. Did you ever know that?
No.
Like, it was like some woman that didn't look nothing like her. And that in the song video, she was rapping her words and all that stuff. And Missy said, forget that. I'm finna show myself. And then, bam, we started seeing trash bags, finger waves.
Wow.
Crazy.
You see, as kids, you wouldn't really catch that.
We didn't really care, but like the typical music executives, they was like, man, if she gonna be a star, we need her to look like basically they'd be like, she needs to look fuckable in these videos, and they didn't feel
she need to look Hollywood.
They didn't feel like she looked fuckable when she was like her natural self, but. You know what I'm saying? She flipped the script, you know what I'm saying? And she made a lane for women that didn't look, a whole new look. She brought in a whole new look. And shout out
about that?
Shout out to all the women with finger waves and what?
You sure about that?
What you mean?
I mean, because think about the previous rappers before her, female rappers. You sure about that?
Talking about like Queen Latifah and them and all that?
See, that's the only person that come to your mind, but like
MC Light.
Yeah, I was about to say MC
follow
Light.
her on the gram.
I was about to say MC Light, but MC Light always looked pretty though. She was like,
she still looked pretty.
I mean, but compared to what you were seeing at that time, no, not. I mean,
man, this is your opinion right now, man.
I mean, that's what I'm speaking about.
You sit up here talking about, yeah. Where's she from?
Oh.
Brother Bandana. Oh. Where's she hailing from, man?
Where is she hailing from?
At the top of that birthday, man.
I don't know.
Date of birth?
No.
Where the Wikipedia at,
you go ahead and put, you the wiki man. You the wiki
man.
man. I'm just the woman of the week analyzer.
All I gotta say, man.
Show some love to who.
Shout out to Kawhi Leonard. Shout out to the Raptors. And this is what I gotta say to the Warriors.
Brother Bandana know how to do that Kawhi. I was going to say, Brother Bandana know how to do that. Pretty good.
That's all I gotta say to the Warriors. It was a beautiful loss.
It was.
It was a beautiful loss.
It was.
And
They did deserve it.
that dynasty is basically done.
Portsmouth, Virginia. Hailing from. That's where Missy Elliot from, y'all. Portsmouth, Virginia. Anybody else from there?
Virginia, yes, but what'd you say,
I'm not.
Portsmouth?
I'm not.
Shout out to everybody from Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm looking down the popular names that's from there. Wanda Sykes is from there too. For real? I'm being kind of racist because I was trying to pick out the first name that I recognized because it's a whole lot of people that I just do not recognize. VC Andrews, shout out to him.
Don't know.
James P. Berkeley, shout out to him.
Sound like you wanted to say Hercules.
Man, forget that, man. That's woman of the
That's
week.
woman of the week.
Missy Elliot. And,
All right.
Yeah, that was good, man. And then let's see, what y'all you was about to suggest something? I heard you say all right.
Oh no. We gonna segue back to what he was talking about, the championship, the
let's
NBA
get it.
finals.
Man.
Let's
I'm
get
telling
it.
you, 6 games. I was mad game 5 to go how it playing, but I mean, when KD went down.
Like I ain't been keeping up with him, but from what happened to KD, I went through a similar situation. I didn't, go die hard for trying to get back into action.
Right.
You gotta like with these, especially with these sports, man. Sometimes you gotta look back and be like, are they looking at me as a person, or is they looking at me as a business? Because if they looking at you as a business, they finna keep running you until you ain't producing no more.
Nobody really truly knows. I mean, they can tell you, give you the grits and glamour all the time and say, yeah, you're our piece to this team. Without you, we're nothing. But then when you come back and destroy your career, then it's kind of like, okay, move to the next thing.
In a blink.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are saying the Warriors really ruined this man's career. That's a lot of people saying. Some people just saying, oh, it's a freak accident. And no.
Do you support that suggestion?
That they ruined his career?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't going to say ruined. But
Is that how you gonna look at it?
That's how I'm looking at it.
Or do you want to look at it invertedly? Look at it invertedly.
Potentially.
Warriors didn't ruin his career. He ruined his career going to the Warriors.
His decision.
Yeah.
Got it, that situation.
His loyalty, as people
But
like to
the
say.
peer pressure, as you like what you saying is the pressure.
It was, because you heard talks all throughout, the time he was injured. It was like, hey, are you seriously injured? Are you really injured to the point where you really have to sit out this long? Or are you just milking it because you 1 foot out the door because you might be leaving?
Man, I would take as much time off as possible. Yeah. I've been in the hospital a few times when I was playing sports back in high school. And whenever I talked to the coaches about my injuries, they tried to make it seem like my whole life was about to end. Like, you need to play, man.
Yeah.
We need you on this team, man.
And that was the thing.
You're going to skip out on a whole year?
And
you only got 2 years left in this school. What you going to do after that? What did that? I was like,
and that's the thing right there. It's like how people call the University of Alabama just basically a receiver factory, football factory, because players come in, they ship them right out. Players come in, they ship them right out. There's really no built foundation because it's basically like an NFL program. Like if you want to make it to the NFL, you go to Alabama. But if you want that family environment, you go to this school. You can still get your chance to go to the NFL, but if you want to go to the NFL, first round, second round, late second round, you going to Alabama. And that's why a lot of people are like looking at Alabama as in like, y'all really don't have no foundation built up. Y'all really don't have no family culture. Just, I don't like it.
So the whole like skills and highlights, all that type of shit don't matter
to them, or just to the person,
to whoever looking for talent in the NFL.
Well, I mean, no, that matters. But what I'm saying is, how like a lot of college players, like think about basketball players now. When you come out of high school, you take that 1 year, you go to, you go to whatever school you go to, and you leave. Mm-hmm. After that 1 year, you don't never stay. That's why a lot of these kids like to go to Duke, Kentucky, Villanova, Kansas, get there 1 year and leave. They're not actually trying to stay because I don't know if they actually get that family friendly environment or that coach love my players. I actually want to build something and let you prosper. Yeah. Even if you don't make it to the league, you got something to build on after you leave here. I don't think a lot of kids are getting that nowadays. That is getting shipped out to go to the next thing, because that's what a lot of players like. I forgot the name of the dude that left Alabama last year. He was going to go into his junior year, or he was already in his junior year going to his senior year. He couldn't wait to leave. because you got to play 3 years of college to be eligible for the NFL. So as soon as he got to his last year, or his junior year, he left immediately, and the coach started talking shit about him. Well, I don't think he was ready. He was this, he was that, so he ain't gonna go nowhere.
Trying to downplay him.
Yeah, because he's mad because now he lost that player because now he don't have that same championship DNA or that same player on the championship end on the defensive end. So now he got to go in recruit somebody else to basically replace that position. So he's all butthurt. And I was
basically,
like,
whenever you have somebody working at a job and then like somebody know that they pretty good at what they do, but then when they leave, they be like trying to antagonize them.
What a coincidence. Didn't that just happen a few months ago? At our job that I was just at?
Oh, shit.
They don't be wanting to give your boy his preps.
MVP, brother bandana right over here.
I always thought about going back to visiting them just to see how they doing.
Like, I always had this feeling that, like, especially whenever somebody comes around and they take any type of position and they, like, good at it and, like, they keep getting better and better, but the place that they in don't want to get better.
Don't want him to prosper.
They gonna leave.
And that's what a lot of people are going through right now. But they just, I mean, some people see it, but they just don't feel like they can probably get on somewhere else or possibly grow somewhere else. Like,
and the same thing goes for the position too. Like if it was vice versa, if somebody come to a position and the position, you know, have certain standards that they got to meet and they can't be met by the person.
That's what I be telling people at work, like, bro, you got to treat your employees better, man. Come tell you, the ones that you have now, the good ones you have now, and you keep treating them like trash and they leave, and then your production goes down, you tell them, oh, I can just bring in somebody else. You bring in that next person, and they can't step up to that standard, you're going to be like, damn.
Not only that, but they can't step up to that standard in the amount of time that they want them to.
Right.
It's a much better place when you got some consistency with your employees.
Yeah. It's a better work environment.
It's more like a family then.
Shoot some love. There you go.
And like, especially if you got like an independent company, your company gonna last way longer.
Of course.
Because it's probably gonna fall into the grass and dirt if you got to keep on hiring people. Then it's a bunch of strangers working with each other. Then some people start fighting because they not familiar with each other.
Right.
And then you like, who should I hire? I can't even trust nobody because the last dude that I thought that was gonna do like some productive work for me got into a fight with somebody random.
Interesting.
That is like sports culture and just everyday life culture, like work culture and sport culture.
They go hand in hand.
Yes, because like just like with LeBron, you know, he went to LA. That whole situation during mid-season.
I thought he wanted to do some movies.
Huh?
I thought he wanted to do some
like
movies.
Space Jam 2.
I mean, of course,
like
that's
move
where
out
his business.
there, move out there with the studios and it builds a
But
couple
he already
of
had that's the thing. He already
Drive
had
down
it.
the street.
He already had all that.
Barbershop
It's just he got
TV show.
closer to it, so he can be more intuitive to his business.
keep his family around.
Yeah, I mean, he already had his family out there in Brentwood and all that stuff anyway, while he was playing in Cleveland. So when he moved to LA, started playing LA, and then he kind of figured out, okay, well maybe this isn't the mesh that I need. Don't go publicly trying to get people traded, especially people you call so-called family. Like, come on, bro. Don't do stuff like that.
I know you want to
And
talk
they,
about that.
And they just got him.
That.
And to me, it happened. And the same people they say they was gonna trade, it got traded not too long ago. Like
they making a meme out of it now,
bro. And it's like, bro, y'all are gonna be trash. Trash.
I don't know nothing about this.
I know you don't. I know it's me. I'm a sports guy. I love sports.
Look, like I said, man, I think like if we wanted to start like a sports podcast somewhere, I think you could be like a pioneer of that, dog.
I mean, I could.
I'd be specializing in that. I'll stay quiet the whole time. Let them speak the knowledge.
I'd be down to like if you know like anybody else, especially I'm pretty sure you got some people around you that might know some things. Y'all can sit up here and debate.
I mean, you got
about some
people
stuff.
that conversate on Facebook about sports. Then again, I don't know if they really know it. I don't know if they really know it at all. Like, I be seeing stuff about, oh, we gonna get Kyrie. Bro, the man is basically committed to Brooklyn already. Come on, bro. No, you're not.
I don't know. It's Spanish, man. But I do know one thing. When we go back to this dynamic with, I'm gonna say with the people that you work with.
Yeah.
The more dire the situation, the stronger those bonds is. For example, people in the military.
Goddamn right.
Whenever they go through these life and death situations, the next time y'all see each other, y'all probably finna be
Brothers.
hugging and saying I love you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was reading this book called the 3-Day Process. It was basically go 3 days in nature to calm your mind. And the people that was out there was drug addicts, people with traumatic PTSD in the military, and sex workers. And like when they was talking about what they was going through, like they was like, man, I couldn't believe it. Like when I first seen this dude, I walked up to him and I was expecting to give him a handshake. Like one of the military vets said that like two military vets met with each other, and then he was like, I held up my hand for a handshake. He was like, I love you, dog. And then they both hugged each other. You know what I'm saying? And like that's like strong to me, because like we don't really go through nothing, like especially to the degree that they do. But it's something there. Like I don't know. I guess whenever you work, you gotta have some type of objective that all of y'all can value together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, yeah, people in high position, they don't see stuff like that.
What? They feel like, we can't be letting them get close. Split them up like that.
Well, it's the fact that, I mean, I feel like just in the job in general, I mean, because majority of your life, you spend most of your time at work that you do at home. I mean, that's a true statement. Like, you spend most of your life working
awake.
than you do actually at home.
Yeah, it's going to be more time dedicated.
So, like, you see
job.
those people that you're with on a daily basis, possibly more than you see your own family, because you're trying to provide.
Family away from family.
So it's like your work family, you know, people just in that workplace need to know how to come together, especially people in high positions. And I get tired of seeing people in high positions thinking they better than the people that's under them, not particularly under them. Because when I see like my supervisors and stuff like that, bro, it's like you just another employee in this job, dog.
Right.
That's all I see it as.
Would you be able to shut some people down or something?
Bro, like, I mean, when people, like, I don't really, I mean, I'm not trying to say I don't care about people, but I don't care about your title. Because, I mean, outside these four walls,
get them.
You the same
when we
person
clock out,
you the same person as me.
Get them.
And, like, I already had to go out of supervisor before, and he really thought I was like, boy, don't you ever in your life tell me sideways like that.
Get him.
Like, I can explain the situation. It's petty, but at the same time, it was disrespectful. So, I had a forklift. I had some paper on there.
Yeah.
So I guess he was all of his feelings about some stuff. He came over and took the forklift, which I'm cool with because I wasn't using it at the time. It was just there. I was done picking, left it there, came over to my area because he's down on the other side of the warehouse. I'm over on this side shipping stuff out. So he comes over, gets the forklift, takes the paper, ball up and throw it on the floor and take off. And I was like, was that really necessary, dog? If you got some of your heart, go ahead and say it. I mean, it probably ain't got nothing to do with me, but still, though, if you got an issue, let it be known.
Yeah.
So
you was addressing what you thought was.
I thought it was just petty.
Well, you was just addressing the situation.
Yeah, so
especially when you ain't got no clarity with why was he doing
this.
Yeah,
there was really no reason for him to do that. I mean, rewind the whole situation back to the point where you stepped on that forklift. You could have looked at the paper, let it be, and took off with the forklift. That's it. That's it. So once he did that, I seen him pull off. So I literally walked over to him while he was on the forklift. I was like, bro, what was the purpose of you taking that paper, that energy that you just spent, balling that paper up and throw it on the ground in my area? He was like, well, I just seen it on here and it's just dirty. Okay. So what you could have did, because you drove past the trash can, take the paper, throw it in the trash can, keep driving. That's it. I was like, bro, when you come to my area to take the forklift, don't throw stuff on the ground over there in my area. That's disrespectful. You don't see me come over there taking the forklift, throwing your papers off, throw them on the ground and take it off, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm a supervisor. You can't talk to me that way. I was like, bro, I don't give a damn who you are.
Get him.
I don't care what your title is. I don't care what you do. I'm in this place trying to get my money. Don't disrespect me again like that at the end of the day. He said, who you talking to? I was like, I'm talking to you. I mean, we could make this a bigger issue if you want to, but I'm letting you know, don't step to me like that. So I let him know, like, hey, so-and-so, this is that, but well, we going back and forth. Like, might be like 2 or 3 minutes. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger person. My bad for coming at you like that, but I want you to let you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Don't do no stuff like that. Because boundaries is, you got to be professional working in this place. have respect for everybody in here. Just like we gotta have respect for you. Don't let that title get to your head again.
Did y'all reach an understanding though?
Yeah, we reached an understanding. He was like, that was my bad. I didn't mean to come at you like that.
Oh, that's good. See, that's
yeah.
what I
So
like,
that's
man.
always, that's how I do with everybody at the
The art of
job.
fighting without fighting.
Nah,
Because
yeah.
it sounded like y'all was finna push it to the next level.
I mean, he could have tried and he wasn't gonna like what I was gonna do, but at the same time, I was like, you know what, bro, we in a workplace. I ain't trying to get you fired because your situation's messed up. I'm cool with my situation. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Come and keep getting my
Y'all
money.
be having the
regardless.
ex-convicts and everything off up in there?
Nah. I mean, we had somebody with a felony one time, but I mean, that was nothing. Nah.
So y'all are cool then. Y'all are cool. Like you say, he came back to you and apologized, right?
Like he apologized to me within that instant. Like
Right.
once we was going back and forth, and I told him, I was like, you know what, my bad, you right. I should never came at you like that. But at the same time, I need you to understand where I'm coming from. Because you don't never see me.
Because what I'm trying to get is, did he come at you instant, like he just took a breather and then came, or did he take like some minutes to it, like an hour, some change off somewhere else where you can't see him and then come back?
No. Right there within that time of us going back and forth, like after I said what I said, it was like, I was letting you know where I was coming from.
Then that's cool.
Because I didn't appreciate that. Then he would say, my bad, I should never came at you like that. That was wrong for me to do all that.
Because what I'm saying is, if he took option 2, went and took a breather, what probably happened was the people above him might have ran into him and was like, yo, we heard a commotion with you and such. We not gonna like that, and we know your history on such and such, and I'm coming from a true story,
Personal experience.
coming from a true story, and yet that person had no choice but to come back and apologize to you.
See the situation. The other supervisor, he's in his office doing his thing. He was out on the floor, and that's when the whole situation. Nobody else was out there other than me and him. And if there was somebody, they weren't paying attention. They wasn't trying to get involved. But at the same time, 2 men, we squashed it. But at the same time, I ain't never had that confrontation with him again. Because he actually know where I'm coming from. He not to step to me like that.
Y'all probably shaking hands and everything now, huh?
I mean, when he said you know him.
I'm pretty sure I done probably seen him.
You know him.
I done seen
Big,
him before.
you seen him. You don't know him, but you seen him.
Like, when you say you know him.
When you pull up to the job,
When you
No
see him,
idea.
you'll know him. Basically.
I have
You'll
no
know him when you
idea
see
who
him.
talking about.
I get that a lot. You'll know him when you see him.
you know when you see him.
All right, bet. Point him out next time I see him.
I can tell you after this.
But with you, G, so what you talking about, it was a similar situation?
Similar, but that supervisor took option 2.
What was option 2 again?
Option 2 is going off at the distance to where you don't see what this person is doing after y'all get into the confrontation, and then for some reason hours later they come back and apologize, or the next day they come back and apologize.
Yeah, man. Just like Tom said on the Tsunami promo about bullies, the best thing you could do which is basically what it is, whenever somebody in a higher position talks down to you and basically treats you like you're not a person, it's basically kind of bullying.
Yeah.
Whenever you go through these situations, you can either believe them and try to fight for the right and deny what they just said, or you can persevere and be stronger.
Be a better person.
They're going to come and apologize. Because I remember, let's see, back in my days, way back in the day.
Red one.
You know what I'm saying? I had started one of these jobs. It was like the first, after my teenage job, I jumped straight into grown man shit. Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I almost passed out fucking around with all the shit that I was doing. And like, it was some dude that came up to me. He was talking shit all the time. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You too slow. You ain't gonna be able to kill. La, 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 all that. I was like, man, I just got through working at a theme park, an amusement park. It did like, basically what I did was I really just, ignored everything that was being said. Kept on going. Eventually I became like, somewhat of a stellar performer at this workplace. And then, the dude come to me one day talking about, yeah, look at all these new dudes around here, man. They slow, ain't they? But that's just
new guys.
That's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? He ran up to me talking about that same team type shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
But
I'm
he's still in the same place.
Nah, he ended up disappearing. Most of the time, if you like stay strong and hold your ground and your integrity with yourself, anybody that you know what I'm saying, that especially that's doing shit that's against human nature, like trying to put your fellow man down, they'll eventually disappear or they'll snap. They'll have an outburst because it'll be like they'll just be building up negativity. If you don't reciprocate the negativity, it'll just be building up within them, and then they'll have an outburst one day.
Yeah.
And then you'll be looking at them like, God bless.
That's what I be telling people, like, bro, if you got an issue with somebody, especially at work, just express it, bro. I mean, because at the same time, bro, I'm not thinking about what's going to happen after this altercation because, I mean, whatever's going to happen is going to happen at the end of the day anyway.
Hold up, man. When you say altercation, what you talking about, like getting physical or something?
Nah, when I say altercation, I'm just talking about, the problem.
This
like,
conversation that we're about to have.
Cause I mean, obviously, it's going to probably get to the point where it's like we're going to have disagreements anyway.
I mean, if everybody communicate and they clearly communicate with each other and somebody like let somebody know, hey, what you're doing right here is completely unnecessary.
It depends on like what's going on. I feel like if somebody's not being taught the right thing at work and you constantly just, getting on them, but you're not trying to show them so they can progress, then it ain't gonna ever get any better. Cause like that's what I be seeing at work. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna actually approach them and let them know what they're doing wrong. How you expect them to improve? How you gonna expect them to do better?
Oh, they'll do better by leaving, getting a better job.
I mean, yeah. I mean, other than that, but I mean, like that's why when you come in and you probably gonna be paying attention anyway, you probably see different faces.
While people be getting swapped out or just be disappearing.
Like, bro, it's like, yes.
Different
bro, and I'm
faces.
like,
that's what it's called, the turnaround rate?
The turnover rate?
Turnover.
Whatever. Yeah, turnover rate.
When you see new faces and new races.
And I'm like, bro, this is getting ridiculous, bro. It's like, obviously, I don't think it's to me, in my opinion, they're just not being, they're genuine? Not being, I'm not genuine. They're just not being trained right. You want people to come in and do a job, but you're not showing them.
They're not being fair.
Like, you as soon as you see the person that steps in, bro, you already got an attitude with them, bro. It's not how shit works, bro.
Yeah,
it's not how shit works at all.
It's counterproductive. Counterproductive to the business.
Let me tell you something about business.
Let's get it.
So you got somebody that's brand new who he got fired probably the same day, if not the day after, all because he lied on his resume on knowing how to work a truck lift. But he still has potential to work in other areas, in other departments within the facility, within the warehouse. But you let him go because that one specific one you hired him for.
You got to think about it, man. Like, if I own like a whole building with a bunch of shelves and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? This dude say, hey, I know how to use this. And then, like, we see him hop on there and then he down there knock a whole shelf down.
Yeah,
you know
but at the same time,
he still has potential to put him somewhere else.
Management.
Oh, you talking about, like, you just
moving him somewhere else.
Fire him out the building. Like,
hell yeah. Like, knowing that you need people in your
I gotta
your
put that
workplace.
On management. That's a management issue because at the same time, not to put a new employee on any type of heavy machinery until you actually train them for yourself in the workplace.
Have a witness of his skills.
Like, any job you go to, they always tell you, even if you have previous experience using a forklift for this and that, we still have to train you. We still have to show you. So I'm laying that on management. They ain't got nothing to do with the employee. Now the employee took that risk on his own, but at the same time, management let him.
Yeah,
but like I said,
they should have been the ones ahead of that.
It's a true story. Dude was shaking when he got to the top of this truck lift, and it's like, okay, well, just keep him on the ground. Put him in shipping, put him in receiving, put him in recycling. You ain't got to fire him because y'all need the manpower anyway.
And that's the things I be saying. It's like, well, you don't have to get rid of this person. If he can't do this, switch him to that.
Because if they don't do that, they're going to do what they don't want to do the most, which is give us overtime, which they have no choice.
That's the same thing we go through all the time. It's all the
time.
Warehouses all across the metro.
Bro, it's like they don't have the logic to be like, okay, well, maybe we need to go ahead and bring in somebody else.
They got the logic.
Keep this person, move this person, train this person on this, and we'll be okay in this area.
They definitely got the logic.
Bro, it's like they don't have common sense.
It's all about profits. It's all about competition. In my case, for the job that I was at, it was all about beating Nebraska, furniture.
Yeah. Bro, that's
every time I go to Plano to Frisco and I see that big ass building.
That's a beautiful place, man.
They got their own parking.
They got wine Wednesdays too.
They got wine Wednesdays. See, I don't go in there.
They have special days.
They got a big ass chair on the side of the highway. That's funny to me.
I saw that.
That's funny to me.
They showing that. They showing that.
Nebraska furniture. So on the side,
mascot?
No, it's just a big ass chair.
It's a chair.
I mean, it's a huge ass chair.
Talking about the whole building?
No, man. Right. Okay, so you got Nebraska furniture warehouse back here. Then you got 121 right here.
Yep.
Right beside, like, I think warehouse is right here. Then I guess the entrance or whatever is all right here. You got a big ass chair that they built. I guess it's supposed to have something on it. It don't. It's just a big ass chair.
Oh.
I guess just letting you know.
I still need to
Alright,
go over there.
Speaking of chairs, this woman was sitting in a chair at a bar next to Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh man.
and his
Here we
date.
go.
And C.K. Cruz, he came up to me because I told him about the situation.
I didn't believe it. I heard
uh,
about it. I didn't
I
believe
said, "Hey, you ain't heard what Trey did, dog?" And then he was like, "Nah, I don't think it's true, man." I was like, "Well, it's on video, man. This dude is he is on a date with somebody. Somebody else comes and sit down. He reaches over, starts caressing thighs, and then reaches up and starts caressing breastplates.
Well, the man was.
And then after that, it looked like everybody heard her screech or yelp or whatever she did. The video was muted. I'm kind of giving a little bit of context to what happened. And then we see the crowd of people going up. Hey, I can't believe you did that. Oh, man, la, la, la. It starts to get like
Did it
crazy.
for Ricky,
Yeah.
man.
No. And politically incorrect.
He did it for Ricky. Man.
Politically incorrect. is
Sir,
what-
elaborate the story in layman terms for us who don't know what you're talking about, please.
All right, it's a video that started circulating. Trey from Boys in the Hood
That's why I said Ricky.
was sitting at a club. He had another woman sitting next to him. They were cuddled up together. Another woman came and sat next to the woman. Trey reached over
Wait,
and
why are you giving
started
this man the name of Trey right now?
because that shit Cuba Gooding Jr. got too many syllables off of it, dog. But anyways, Trey reached
He's
over.
been more
and
than
started
one.
caressing. Radio reached over and started caressing.
That's not the no, that's the man with the
Radio
Bro,
reached
wasn't
over.
he like a serious cop in some movie? Was he a serious cop in something?
Either a show or a movie.
I can't
I
remember.
remember his serious face.
But back to clarification for Brother Bandana over here.
in the audience.
He reached across the woman that he was with and started caressing the other woman on the thigh. At first, that looked pretty, suspicious at first. And like I was like, oh, I don't know if he just being courteous or like, yeah, honey, you're okay. And then he reached up for that upper garment.
to the tatas.
And then I guess she or something like that. And then
Bro, this has been done
he
on
started
multiple
sitting here.
occasions.
I mean,
He was
it
too
has.
comfortable.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that it happens all the time. And like celebrities, for you to be that comfortable doing that, you've been.
What you
doing
mean?
it, you know what
It's
I mean?
Hollywood.
That too.
I mean, it's been happening, but
Remember
know,
the whole sex accused scandal thing that was going on not too long ago?
Yeah.
Damn near every actor in Hollywood.
yeah,
Where did it go?
like, I mean, I don't know if like radio hasn't caught up with the times. He probably don't use social media. You know,
Nah, I think
a lot
he
of
was
people that
social-
a lot
His
of people
brother
that,
played in Baby Boy. Come on now.
man, a lot of people that blew up.
A lot of people didn't even know that.
A lot of people
I don't know
that
how they
blew
didn't
up.
know that.
A lot of people that blew up in like the early '90s. In the early '90s and stuff, it's only a few of those people that use social media that I could think of. Like, say, like Wesley Snipes, or like Wesley Snipes is the only one I could think of right
Bro,
now.
everybody uses social media. Bro.
Because like the homie said that time when homie was like, "What about them taxes?" And then he was like, "How about you catch these hands?"
Yeah.
I was like,
I
Wesley.
be thinking somebody types that shit for him,
No,
bro. If that's
man.
him,
That's
bro,
him.
that he legendary.
That's
I'm
him.
telling you that he him, man.
Blue check mark.
That's him, man.
Bro.
Some blue check marks got like little agents and stuff typing stuff up for him, but I believe that
Bro,
that's Wesley.
every celebrity has a Twitter, bro. I would believe so. I mean, everybody.
Especially I know, like especially some people that's too famous to like to be they self.
Yeah.
I know they got some fake accounts where they could just go off.
Yeah, they got burner accounts. Yeah, burner accounts. Like that's what they always get on.
Burner
That's what they
account.
always get on KD. Like KD, they was like he's so sensitive, and he was like, well, why do he have a burner account? That's because he can lash out. He don't want to be his actual profile and then get in trouble.
Yeah. Destroy his image.
You know what? You
Or
know
tarnish
what I,
it,
You know what
not
I just
destroy
found out? Like that. See that burner account? That's just like having a mask, right? You could do whatever you want without having to worry about people discovering you, right?
But see, a mask can only cover so much.
Yeah, and in a burner account, it's kind of like it's you, and they know it's you, but you can like control it. Yes, yeah, they do, because you got multiple accounts.
Like if I was a celebrity, I would make a burner account.
I mean,
would
they're
just
not.
roast
The thing is
myself
about
all
the burner
time.
account. Well, the thing about
Okay.
the burner account
You
is
would
not
never know.
verified. So like people can't. They don't know if somebody created it for
Like
themselves.
I'm talking about, they just making it for expression.
Well,
like if they wanted to go like talk shit on another player thing without them knowing it was like, you know, without them letting the public know that it was.
Oh, well, you would have to go full ghillie suit with the mask.
I mean, yeah, you
'Cause
gotta
you just
have
put
a
on the
different name.
mask.
You gotta have a different.
That's what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
everything.
No, but see, we talking about like this. Say, for example, 50 Cent
Yeah.
towards Mayweather.
50 ain't gotta make no burn account. He just raw. He been raw. And like a lot of people be tripping because they be like, how come 50 get to say all this crazy shit and still get to go to talk shows and wear suits with the View and all that?
Why?
He did a show with Oprah and he was crying about how he used to cut his grandma toenails and all that stuff. As soon as he did that and everybody started crying, everybody was like, oh, okay, now we see. And
Never knew about that.
Yeah, like he did an interview with Oprah, man.
About cutting.
He was opening up. He got vulnerable for a second.
Marshawn Lynch the
okay,
same way
okay.
though. Marshawn Lynch, you know, he out there too. He don't give a damn what anybody say.
Oh, he been like that since
Bro,
the
Marshawn
beginning.
Lynch.
Oh, yeah, he been since the beginning.
Every time I watch Marshawn Lynch, that shit's hilarious.
He got some of the best interviews, and he only say like 5
Bro, he got
words.
some of the best shows.
Or he
on
just
YouTube.
walk off.
He got his own show, right? Well, it was 2 shows. Like I think one of them where he was just like doing shit. Whoever came on his little show, and then the other show was like when he got his friends and family around. That shit's hilarious, bro.
What'd you say, Jay?
I'm just here so I don't get fucked.
Oh yeah. I'm only here so I
And
won't
then
get
I remember
fined.
he was talking about damn, who's he talking? We talking to Matt Barnes or somebody about the play at the end of the Super Bowl where he was like, so man, I think Matt Barnes, somebody asked him like, how did you react to you not getting the ball? He was like, they called the play, and I was the first one to say break. And then we just lined up, and they threw that motherfucker. He was like, what? What happened? He was like, bro, he was like, soon. And then I remember he was talking about the time they won. He was like, bro, because I think when they was up and they was leading, I think this shit was with the Broncos. When they was up and leading, he was like, he told the security to hide him so he can go up to the stands and chill with his mama and them.
Yeah.
This motherfucker went up to the stands, pulled his mama and them, brought them all to the back
You
of
gotta
the
stay
locker
trill,
room.
man.
Bro.
You gotta stay trill.
And then he kicked his mama out the locker room because he forgot it was a whole bunch of men in
Don't
there
y'all
trying
have
to get
some,
dressed.
even though, like, don't y'all have some type of like if y'all seen Marshawn Lynch, y'all be like, yeah, what's good, dog? Like that. Don't y'all have some type of like, it's like some type of, we appreciate that. It's authentic. And he ain't never really just switched. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never
Yeah,
like
he been the
flipped.
same way.
Like
forever.
you already know like what to expect. If he starts saying, if he say the same thing about 5 times on the answers, even the journalists can respect
Hold
that.
on.
They could be like, let me
Hold
get
on.
that for a second.
Before him, Tyson was doing that.
Tyson was just
Tyson
crazy.
was that.
Mike
That was
Tyson.
it. That was
Mike
yes,
Tyson.
Iron Mike. There was an
Mike
interview.
Tyson was on the whole.
There was an
level.
interview.
Tyson was just crazy.
There was an interview. This nigga said, I really don't, talk to women unless I'm about to fornicate with them. So, unless you want to, he said that right there. He was like, unless you want to,
See, that was a different age, but
he was still
like
trill.
like Mike always said that he was scared, and like he always put on that
A facade?
the intimidation. He always put that on to make sure like he test his opponent, because he felt like if he put that on and he held on tight to it enough, it soon, like he used to say, like as soon as I see my opponent like in the ring, he just stare him down. He said as soon as I see him look away for like 1
Seen all
second,
his highlights.
that's it. He said the fight is already done
that's
right there.
dangerous.
Like when we look at each other, just like that.
That's
and like
dangerous.
he said, he knew if he could keep that up and if he could keep it strong enough, shit, that's it. And like what that made me think of, like no matter how wrong or right a person is, if a person has a strong point of view, like that proves like how much of an effect they could have. Like it's some evil people out here, and like it's some evil people out here with something to say. And if somebody that that's what they would say is good, if they come at them and they come at them weak, they gonna get demolished, dog. Like you gotta look at it. Look at how Adolf Hitler had took over Germany. Like he was just one dude that was screaming and all this stuff. He ended up getting the whole nation to turn into basically some people who made it their mission to exterminate a whole race of people.
By spitting while talking.
Bro, this man.
Shut the fuck up, dog. He's taking it. You gonna get shot one day.
Bro, but my thing is though,
You gonna
like
get shot one day, dog. But
I never
On the
looked,
game? Yeah, I know.
I never looked deeply into the whole
what?
dang, I forgot the name of it, but of how he got his reign. Like, yeah, all the movies I watched and stuff, but I never looked really deeply.
I heard he got dissed by a Jewish girl when he was younger, and his passion was just.
Well, I mean, like for him to have a reign like that, I mean, I ain't gonna say he created because I think he was. I think that was already there, right?
What? The regime?
Like the Nazis and stuff. Like that was like he didn't create
that
that
era?
did he? Yeah, he didn't. Like, cause I don't remember the whole backstory.
I had to do some more research because he kind of just came into my mind spontaneously while I'm out here freestyling in these streets.
But you get what I'm saying, though? Like, how did that start for like the Nazis to take over Germany like that, for them to like control everything?
It
Like, 'cause I'm not.
It started in politics, and then like I'm pretty sure that somebody came. Like he came, I'm pretty sure that if I had to take a guess, came a certain way, everybody like, yeah, we got some good things for the people. All the poor people finna get like equal opportunity. We got stuff for the youngsters out here. We got military positions. And then like as soon as everybody get nice and cozy, forget about Jewish people.
Like that's the thing I'm trying to like.
Don't you know it's been like that since like the beginning of time, like back in Genesis. Back during the Egyptians and the Hebrews.
Even when Bill Clinton came into office.
How do we go from BC to the 2010s and 2000s?
You just said.
Because I'm trying to make a point here.
Oh, go ahead, man.
What I'm trying to say is since the beginning of the time, I'm gonna just make it short. The poorest win in numbers, but the richest, they win with knowledge, experience, intelligence. Till this day, it's still going the same way with the whole Holocaust.
Real shit.
It's probably more Jews than the
actual.
Yeah. But because, they're all about peace and they live that poor to rich life, poor here but rich here.
Yeah.
They not worried about all that.
Yeah.
Of course, the Nazis are jealous. They want that. And hey, we don't like them. There's too many of them. Let's get rid of them.
And he
That's
got
crazy,
dissed
though,
by
man.
that girl.
That too.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna let you hold on.
But that's
to that.
crazy though, brother. Like that whole regime, that whole era, that whole.
Hold up, man. Was
everything.
Brother Bandana finished?
No. Now let's go to our black history, coming from being in prison, taken from Africa to this land, being enslaved for years.
Raw.
Had we had the knowledge, hey man, there's a whole bunch of us and there's one dude on a horse with a gun. If one of us just go up there and distract him, the rest, 3 of us can run over, knock him off the horse, the rest of them can beat him to the white meat show.
Some Django shit.
There you go.
But
It's all about having that
Nat Turner.
knowledge. Go ahead.
You know who Nat Turner is, right?
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Basically, he was a educated slave, and he was.
okay. Now
I want to say he was doing like Sunday services, and then one day he rounded up a couple of slaves and said, "Hey, we finna ride."
Django.
It was kind of like Django, except he got killed at the end,
Yeah,
and
that's
then they
fucked
dusted his bones and sold him.
They turned his man.
It was like Django would have left at the end.
Right.
No happy.
But Brother Bandana, you saying before like the actual slave thing begins, we stepped up and stopped. Basically, is that what you're saying? Like people would have came together, we would have stopped that shit before the shit even started.
Oh, not just we, but if the people who were winning in numbers had the intelligence to realize, hey, there's a whole bunch of us and not enough of them, but who's going to teach that to them?
I don't know.
And because nothing was being taught to them, they just submit.
I would have been a savage.
Go back in time, teach them a few things. This is how you kick. This is how you punch. This is how you run.
I would think we have spears and all that shit. We killing lions.
Indians. Well, yeah, you talking about back in Africa.
I would have, man.
Nah,
now keep in mind they didn't imprison all of Africa. They probably got the weak ones.
Like this is how I feel like all this shit went down. I've said this many times before, but I guess I'll say this again. When that whole slave trade went down, it was some tribes in Africa. They had prisoners from their little conflicts, and they was like, "Hey, come over here, English man. We got some people that y'all could take." And then, bam, you making money off that.
I got told that, like, I forgot.
And then you got people getting off of ships and running in and probably doing hostile takeovers on villages and just taking people. And then even when they take people, you got all these people. They start stacking them on ships, just like how you see a truck full of Dr. Pepper, some shit like that. You see people stacked up in ships like that.
Yeah.
They
So
all speak.
on another note, on that same thing, but on another note, black on black crime has been going on since Africa.
I mean,
low key, kind of like
Since-
what you're saying.
I mean, forever.
Human
But as
on
far as-
human crime.
Human on human crime.
Motherfucker on motherfucker crime
Yeah.
has been going on since the beginning of time.
But history, school nowadays in the USA don't want to teach that maybe it's a possibility that we sold ourselves to them.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I did make a I do feel like the curriculum in school, especially in history, like it's gonna be a time like we going through like right now. I feel like we're going through I'm gonna call it a technological revolution. Like how we had the Industrial Revolution back in the day when they finally learned how to make like 100 copies of the same product.
Yeah.
Now we're going through a tech revolution because we was spinning dial phones when we were born, and now we holding phones in our hands, and this is not even just a phone. This shit got your credit cards, your bank accounts. You could take pictures and everything with it. People don't have stacks of photo albums no more. All of it is off up in this phone.
They don't have a notebook with numbers in it anymore that you have to remember by heart.
Yeah, people used
The
to
phone
have
does that for you.
Yeah.
people used to have closets full of like 8-track CDs. Now
8-track CDs.
now
CD
you just,
players.
You mean an 8-track?
CD players, cassettes. Like he just said, now everything is off up in your phone, and like
Or it's in your TV.
I said, it's a revolution, man. We don't even know when it's gonna stop, and like.
What you mean? It's not supposed to.
And just like we was talking about with that last episode with the VR, like we don't know, we don't know how far they want to push it. As long as business is booming, they're gonna keep on going. And I guess we could go ahead and jump off into you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't watching shit.
I'm just gonna say, man, like gay shit. I ain't got nothing against gay people.
First thing you say.
I ain't got nothing against.
Now he got people hooked. Like, why did he say?
But
gay?
you gotta put a what they call that shit, disclosure or whatever on it.
I ain't got nothing against homoerotic activities. But that shit be catching me off guard.
Since you watched it, now you have to question yourself: was that homo because they was in the virtual world?
It was, dog, but I ain't got no problem with it. But the shit, it caught me off guard, man.
It caught me off guard.
And the way how, like, it was real artistic the way how the shit went down. It's not explicit. It's not.
Yeah, it's not explicit.
It's not explicitly homoerotic.
You ain't gonna catch me watching this shit, man.
But if you, I'm telling you, you should watch it, man.
You'll
All right.
watch
I'm finna watch Black Mirrors, bro.
Look, this
Look,
is what,
man.
look, this is what we got.
I'm not watching.
This is what we got.
I'm too far
I
behind.
know he ain't gonna watch it. He
I'm
said it
watching
wrong.
Power when it comes back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Whatever you say, man. You scared of this art, man.
Nah, man, because I tried to
Scared
watch
of
it because the first one was about what, some pigs and shit.
Yeah.
It ain't like that. Every episode has its own story.
I'm gonna go
It's
ahead
not
and
the
say
same.
the first episode didn't really hook me, but
Exactly. But when I
everything-
saw the second one and the one after, I was like, okay.
everything after that, because the first one just sounds ridiculous. I guess it was attractive to people overseas or something, because
Yeah.
it was really kind of started over there overseas.
I mean, everything we watch on Netflix basically kind of like made over in London.
Britain.
Nah.
A lot of the
Not
reality
necessarily.
A
shows,
lot of them actors and
a
actresses
lot
on
of them
there.
shows are
They
from.
got that
on
accent.
Black Mirror in the beginning it was, but then
Yeah.
it started becoming a hit. So like now you seeing like
Now you got Miley Cyrus
what I'm
on
saying?
there.
Yeah, you seeing, like-
Falcon from
you-
Avengers.
Yeah, you seeing Falcon on.
Bro, I got a
these
side
things.
comment. I got a side
What
comment.
we got?
Do you know how many actors are from the UK and from Canada that we think that are
That talk with
Americans?
American accents in
Bro,
these shows.
I've been puzzled for a while now.
I hope you know
It's-
Idris Elba is from.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do.
It's acting, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about it, bro, it's like a lot. I mean, I
And they
wasn't
sound
paying
like us
attention.
in movies and shows.
I never thought this motherfucker was from the UK.
I mean,
I never thought Seth Rogen would be from Canada, even though I already knew that, but still, I didn't know that at that time.
I mean, you know, it's like it's certain things that you notice with Canadian people that speak accents. I have yet to know what it is when you can hear the Canadian in people's voice. I can't really tell right now because I'm a youngster. But maybe when I get older and I get to chilling around some people, they be like, "You're American, right?" or something like
I
that.
had a homegirl named Canada, and we didn't know she was from Canada until we found out. We started calling her Canada.
What a coincidence.
That's pretty strange. But
Your name is Canada
but
and
back-
you from Canada?
No, her name wasn't Canada. Her name was Lauren. We found out she was from Canada, and her nickname
was
Oh,
Canada.
was Canada.
Nickname, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, back to the homoerotic activities.
Yes.
On this episode of Black Mirror, and you know, we love games and shit like that, and they paid some pretty good homage to the gaming culture on there.
Right.
To be honest, it was just.
Should we ask him that question?
What?
Because we already saying that yes, it was definitely homo. But I want to see his. I want to know his opinion.
Y'all can explain this to
Okay.
me.
No, I just got a question
you
that
wanna hear the
pertains to the
situation?
episode.
Okay.
I guess so.
Remember the last episode we was talking about VR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, what's gonna happen when they make VR so good that we could go anywhere we want and look like whoever we want?
Okay.
They did that.
Okay.
All while your real body is just sitting there.
They
Okay.
did that in this episode.
while you're in the game.
Like when you put they had it where you put this chip like right here on your nerves right here, and then you get transported to another world and shit.
You would get transported to the game, basically.
Like you sit back in the seat and you ain't moving no more, but your eyes like you know what I'm saying turn colors, and then
And the game he's playing is kind of something like Street Fighter.
you wake up and you up in the world. And like they kept when you think about it, you think about the episode, they kept hitting at it though. They was hitting at it, man. Like you know when motherfuckers be playing around and shit. Like you know like. I don't see too many black people play around like this, but when white dudes play, they be playing like homo games, like hit each other in the nuts and stuff, and like hump each other or something when they horse playing around and shit like that. Well, they was doing that at the beginning of the league. Look at the watch, but in the game, they both go into the game. The game is like basically paying homage to Street Fighter, Tekken.
Like the way it looked, or like the actual movie?
The actual game,
The way it
period.
looked.
Yeah,
Like
the way
the
it
game.
look in the game.
Like they had the old version of the game where it was just how we play controllers and shit, and then it goes a couple of years into the future, and they got the new one out with the VR chip on there, and they both transferred up in there, and then you know they two best friends, they've been friends forever. One of them married, got a family and everything, and like they like man, we need to kick it sometime. It was like man, we kick it on this game, man. I ain't got to leave my family or nothing. We could just kick it across on this internet. So then you know what I'm saying, they started playing, they started beating each other ass and shit.
Keep in mind that when you are fighting in the game, you can feel the hits in real life. So while you sitting there, you that's all you see while you fighting in the game. Your body's just sitting there.
Yeah, you know, they started doing all that. You know, one dude like playing with this Bruce Lee looking dude, and the other one loves playing with this Asian woman.
Basically,
So
a Jin Kasama and a Chun Li. That's who were fighting each other.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
And then like, you know, one time, you know what I'm saying, they kiss on accident at first.
Yeah. In the game.
But in the
Okay.
game they got actors playing the man and the woman. And then they both oh man, what? Nah, man. Then they both get out the game, and then they both come back.
The next time they get on the game, they come back and they just full
They
on.
come back and then like
So basically, the man who it was two men playing.
Yep.
One guy was a woman, the other guy was the man.
Yep.
It's still, as you can say, it's still.
They're having intercourse in the game.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, you're controlling the person in the game. Your thought process is basically in the game, so
You can
know
feel
what it
everything
is.
that's going on in the game.
You know what it is.
All right, man, that's the situation, man. We looking for a check or an X. Which one you looking for,
But
dog?
you, like, is it yeah? Not?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Because you know what you notice. You know what's going down. You know on the
you
other
know
side.
who is that female character on the other side.
Woo! We should have had a spoiler alert on this. But yeah, man, the wife had invited, like, it was like, hey, man, I invited your best friend over for dinner today. And then they sitting up there and then look, like, he done hopped off for a second because his wife was telling him, his wife was like,
I don't feel like you love me anymore.
Because, like, basically, while they up in the game fucking each other, he is up in the bed neglecting his wife. And then his wife's like, it's something going on. There's something going on. There's something going on. And then he, like, try to close his homeboy out. I ain't finna accept your invites no more, dog.
Every
I
time
ain't
you get
finna-
on the game,
I
he
ain't
invites
finna-
you to play.
I ain't finna play the game with you, man. And then he started being like, man, what about like one time a month or something like that, man? And then he's like,
Just
nah,
itching
man,
for it
I
like
gotta
crack.
He said, I gotta respect my wife, man. I gotta respect my wife. So then, like,
Months later.
man, while he's sitting up there at the table and his homeboy getting invited to the table, man, his homeboy whispering in his ear, he was like, man, I know you miss it, man.
Oh,
What's worse is he be like, man, I be doing it with other players. They don't do it like you. Don't nobody do it like you, man.
Dog.
I was like,
Dog, this whole time,
no.
I'm sitting up there looking like,
Nigga, I'm grotesque.
man, what's a cartoon character that I could think of, man, that look like this, man?
Jerry, Tom,
Jerry.
Courage.
What?
Yeah, like Courage when he used to
Just a facial expression.
when he
Just-
used to get scared of shit, his mouth used to open up like at least one
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Like that. Like I'm sitting up there like that the whole time, man. It's like
I know how this nigga was looking. I know how he looking. I already know.
I was like, oh my God, man, why is y'all thinking
Why
of
y'all
shit?
talking
Like,
about
why-
this?
Y'all like, it was like I said, I ain't got no problem with people and their sexual orientations, but the shit be off guard, man. Like one time, you know what I'm saying, at my workplace, I walked into Condom Sense, and I don't know if they was, cause you know, this is how my professionalism gets down. You know, we go to any place without discriminating. Yeah, without discriminating. We go from churches to Condom Sense, dog. And when I walked up in there, I don't know if they did this shit to like play, but they got the cards lined up in the front, and all of them are the for him cards.
It's a sex store. They gotta be open. They gotta be open.
I don't be knowing about these gay terminologies and everything, man.
Wait, what they had? What? Huh? For him cards?
Basically, it was a bunch of cards with dudes with muscles all on the front of it.
Cards, like playing cards?
No.
Or cars? I don't know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say...
Cards, like greeting cards and shit
Oh! Oh, hell no. The hell?
Yeah.
So they ain't got nothing for the women, just straight men.
They got them, but those was like, what was at the forefront.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
They out here.
They said they got the sex dolls for $5,000. You get them shipped in too, y'all. Watch out though.
Shit.
Shout out to the lonely niggas out there.
Damn.
You know what? I've been doing pretty good, y'all. How many times have I said like this episode?
I don't know.
Quite often, I've heard it.
He probably keep
This
it up.
episode?
In the beginning, you were saying like.
I know last week's episode was like.
There you go. There you go.
I'm practicing, y'all. I'm trying to get better. Is it hot in here to y'all? I know it's getting hot.
Yeah.
I'm straight. You know, I
It's
got
cool.
a white
We
shirt
coming
on.
up on that hour anyway. We coming
Yeah.
up on that almost time to wrap up anyway. But yeah, that Black Mirror episode, if any of y'all make sure y'all secure with y'all self. If y'all secure with y'all self, you ain't gonna have no problem witnessing this piece of art.
Black Mirror Season 5 Episode 1 called Striking Vipers.
I can't wait to watch the next episode.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there's only 3 episodes for this season. Now, like I've been telling the homies,
That shit get you thinking, man.
this season that came out,
that's why-
it's soft
that's
compared
why-
to the rest of them.
That's why I don't online date though. I don't do the online dating thing because
Not anymore. I know why you're laughing. Let me just say, not anymore from experience.
you just came in like that.
I'm
man.
gonna go to the store
Well, yeah,
and see
like-
the lady I want to
Like,
talk to.
I like natural, man. I like being in person.
Old
you know
school,
what I'm saying?
old soul.
Yeah, man. I like talking
Walk
on
down the street. She at the gas station.
Yeah, like talking on the phone, like, hey, and if you like me, then yeah, let's see what's popping. Like the whole online thing is just it's scary to me,
Catfish.
man. It's scary to me, man. Especially if they come out with VR online dating.
No, I'm good.
Look,
That's
he
gonna be
out-
a booming business,
Look, he
man.
out here
Yeah,
like,
it will.
They out here like kissing this dude. They got this female voice, female body, female. blah, blah, blah,
Well, you know
blah,
they
blah.
always gonna have stuff for the people that's not too confident
Look
to step
out.
out.
Well, I don't really
Why you
think
think they got online dating?
you. Wait, you say what?
Why you think they got online dating?
What?
It's for the people that's not confident for face-to-face interaction.
Yeah, like some people that done. I don't know, man. You need. I don't know. I feel like confidence should be taught in schools, man. They don't like. You know. They
You know
don't.
that's not in the state of Texas curriculum to teach confidence.
Like I don't know if they do that to keep people down, because you know without confidence some people don't rise up and they want to keep people in line. You know what I'm saying?
They want to keep.
Yeah, like I
They
feel
want
like
to keep people inferior.
Shit, they got
Well,
home ec.
actually you gotta have an eye for it. Like I want to say good class that build up confidence. Speech class builds up confidence.
What they call it, communication application.
Procom. That's what it's called.
Oh, they call that.
They
that?
changed it.
Procom.
I was in communications. That was it.
Yeah, I want to say history builds confidence because if you know what happened before, then you'll be, you know what I'm saying, you'll be
Theater
keen to it.
arts,
Yeah, you'll
English.
be
Yeah,
keen to it.
theater arts. I was
Theater
in there
arts,
too.
dance class builds
That
confidence
too.
because
Choir.
dance
Anything
teaches
that has something to do with some type of form of art.
learning yourself,
Just being
basically.
in front of an audience.
Yep,
It's band. Oh boy.
I mean, sports teach you confidence too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the main things that teach you
in
confidence.
a certain way.
In a certain way, what you mean?
Cause
Like it takes like some of these it take pressure.
I was about to say peer pressure.
Yeah, it
of
take-
the eyes of audiences looking at you.
Yeah, it take pressure for you to establish your confidence.
It takes a mental too to say, you know what, I'm gonna go out there
Like-
and whether or not people say they laugh or they applaud, I'm still gonna do my thing.
I remember the first time I ever stepped on the football field when I was playing football, I had butterflies.
I think that's
I ain't know what was
that's
gonna
a
happen.
lively thing though.
Yeah.
I think before any game.
First time for anything.
Yeah.
First time for anything.
Try to be a black young man playing the flute out of all instruments in the band in front of a live audience, but killing it because you love playing that thing.
Bro,
You
I
love how
gained
it
my
sounds.
If
confidence.
you flip your tongue the wrong way, you gonna fuck up.
Bro, I gained my confidence from
delicate.
from elementary, because like every year, because I don't know how all elementaries work, but I know in my elementary school,
Yep.
the schools I went to, when you had a music class, you always had to be in some damn performance at the end of the year, like a Christmas performance, and like every grade had like,
That's actually pretty good.
and that gave me the confidence because like when I got to 6th grade and we got to the motherfucking Christmas rap, and I go out there do cartwheels and flips and shit, oh yeah, I was confident. I was confident.
You doing cartwheels?
I was doing flips.
I can't picture you, man.
Come on, man. That was when I was little.
At least yours bloomed early. Mine was way after graduation.
Let's see. I didn't
Way
get,
after high school.
I ain't get mine until I was walking around college with a camera, running up to people, asking them like, running up to people with a camera off in college. Like
I had to be confident, man.
I had satisfactory confidence throughout high school and all this stuff. I was confident enough to
Had
sit
that
up in
same
there
thing.
and pass tests, even though people was like, you know what I'm saying,
Them tests was hard.
playing and all this stuff. And like, you know what I'm saying.
Shit didn't get hard until
had
after
the
we
same-
graduated.
We had the same English class, bro. This need to be done.
Oh, okay.
When?
In 10th grade. We had the same English class.
We did?
Yeah, we did. I think you didn't sit behind me. Cause it was, I don't want to name drop.
I have no recollection.
Okay, I'm gonna say the teacher name, Ms. Williams.
Man, it's a whole lot of them.
I was about to say, that's a
10th
good cover
grade,
up.
10th grade,
Not many
bro.
people gonna know Mr. Williams. Or they will, but not the one that you talking
Williams
about.
is vague. I'm trying to remember.
Because I think your sister was in it.
But anyways, what you saying is what I used to like finish a bunch of shit,
Yeah, nigga, you was like, you was good.
roasting through
Like
whatever paper that they had.
You was done.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was, man. It was like I really didn't care about. I ain't even care about socializing in high school at all.
Shit, but you be in the courtyard with us.
Yeah, cause y'all was, you know what I'm saying. I bonded with y'all because we was like, you know what I'm saying, slamming people on the ground for free at that point. You know what I'm saying, at practice, and we was like, you know what I'm saying, running into each other and all that stuff. And then like me and you used to walk all the time, walk from school. So like I had like a bond with y'all. But as far as like, as soon as me seeing people, especially like how I am now, like how I'm like pretty much cool. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I go to places and all that stuff, and I'm cool with meeting people, and I'm not worried about it. Like back then, I wasn't worried about none of that. I was just like, man, let me circle these A, B's, and C's, man.
Get the fuck up out of here.
That's what it was.
Get on my game.
Yeah, I ain't really kick I ain't really kick it with too many people back then like that. I mean, just the same 4-5 people I know to this day.
CC's,
That's it. Everybody else was kind of like
cocaine
what's up?
brownies,
Man,
diarrhea the next day.
bro, I remember. I ain't gonna never forget that day.
That's for K Cruz, y'all. He went through that. That was
I ain't gonna never forget
look.
that
He
day.
was at CC's.
Bro,
And he
was
was
this
like,
a school? Was this like a Sunday?
I don't know, man. It had to be a Sunday or it could have been a weekday. All I know is you was sitting up there, you had a plate full of brownies, and you was like, bro, I swear these brownies got cocaine on them. And then we was looking for you in the courtyard the next day, and you was nowhere to be
Bro,
found.
but I think there was a real reason why I didn't come to school that day. And then from that day on, y'all kept using that. Like, bro, you got sick off them brownies.
Cocaine.
But I forgot why. I didn't go
It's
to
a
school
hell
that
of a
day.
drug.
I can't remember. But them brownies was good. Them brownies were good.
I think the brownies took you out of commission, man.
They probably did.
Y'all watch out what y'all eating out there. Especially, I heard that if you go to the Dominican Republic, somebody is out there is poisoning water for the tourists.
So
They doing a lot of shit.
I don't know
You
if
out
it's
there-
water or it's
you
just the.
You out there taking pictures with your meal with the lemon on the side of it. Yeah.
Check that lemon.
Be safe though.
Don't even go. Just stay away.
Hey, you know people want to go somewhere different.
We'll have a nice time. And
Somebody
want
to take a picture in front of a palm tree or something.
I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
What you gonna do when they had a VR destination though?
This thing, is it virtual poison? I can still get affected.
You gonna be like, hey, that's my wife right there, but it's not even you. Gonna be like, I was chilling with you on the VR vacation, babe. She was like,
No.
I don't know what that is. No. Who was you chilling with? That's what I'm scared of with the
I'm
VR,
not gonna be in
y'all.
no
That's what I'm
Matrix
scared
zone,
of,
man. I'm not gonna be in no Matrix. I'm not. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving for the rich people to experience that. Leave for them.
I'm gonna keep it old school.
I'm gonna keep
Controller.
living in this world.
Man, I'm
today.
gonna use it, but I ain't finna be dating on there.
Not for the years, bro.
Like if I did do a date, I'd be like, if I'm sitting with a date, we'll be sitting side by side, and I'll make sure that it's us that meet off up in there, and then bam, we could go, flying outer space or something with no helmets on.
You ain't coming back.
What you talking about? It's VR.
Oh, you talking about in the VR?
Yeah.
So what if the effects in the like you said, you can feel it, right? So what if like the actual effects from VR really affect
What
it?
you talking like? You sitting up there dying off up in there?
Yeah, because you can't breathe in space.
Man, you taking it too far, man.
You said VR?
It does the same thing in the show. He
go,
forgets.
You could go to the options menu and then be like,
Nah, bro, ain't no
No,
option.
they ain't gonna do that. He put that in there himself. He put that option there
Ain't no
himself.
option when you in this.
companies with the VR innovations.
You accept what you get.
add the options menu off up in there to turn off the feelings.
Nigga, that's cheat code
Turn off the
options.
feelings. Shit, that ain't the true
They
experience.
they gonna make like some little worlds where everybody just killing each other
Bro, that's some
Boy.
and coming back.
That's some purge.
Y'all know how many people want to get some stress off their heads by just shooting other people? Oh man,
Hey,
you
that's
ain't
what
even
you
got-
got.
Knowing that
You
they
got-
gonna feel the real effects of bullets and knives and
That's
nah.
what you have Call of Duty, GTA. What you got that for? Live in that world, bro, where there's no.
I'm cool in that world.
It's cool.
I be getting murked in that shit, bro. My dude is not to the level of y'all.
I noticed. I remember one time you was on that one where you get shot and floating out of space, and you was doing a lot of floating.
That was on PS4. But I mean, on Black Ops 4, I'm good. But I mean, as in GTA, my nigga getting trash. Like, as soon as I respond, I try to get my
I
car.
don't even take that serious, man. GTA is not serious, man. It's just stress relief. That's
Fun.
all.
I be getting murdered.
It's like
Time
my
to
favorite
float.
thing on there is to like treat the Walk of Fame like a lane
I walk off
with a
of-
Lamborghini and match the gas.
I have a Lamborghini, but my health is not to the point where I seen your health is.
What you
I
mean?
die.
Oh,
I can't even say the word
I
right
thought we
now.
was
I was
going
about
to
to
go
say.
into an ODA conversation.
Your health is over 9,000. Yeah.
How y'all
not-
feel?
not yet.
How y'all feel about that ODA video that happened? The ODA event.
Oh, I thought you were
last
talking about
week.
Dragon Ball Z.
And
or
see,
some
I
shit.
thought
Hey,
you
did
was
y'all see
gonna
that
bring
new
him into the ODA video.
Y'all see the new Dragon Ball Z? The new Dragon Ball Z game? The
Look
Goku
at him.
game?
Look at him.
Are you trying to skip over this
trying to
ODA
say,
conversation?
No,
ODA.
because me and the wife, we already got that down pat.
Oh, okay. So y'all gonna
We got our own
Okay.
ODA little
y'all
thing.
gonna
going
join
on.
us one day?
Yeah, when we get conditioned to the point where y'all want to run stairs.
Hold up. If I gave y'all the option of picking the ODA event one week, and we could make this,
Nah, Rico, you know how it is.
Family thing.
You know how it's got to go. You got to throw some money in there for him. If y'all do 3 stairs back to
you know what I'm
back,
saying? Because it kind of scares me. You know what I'm saying? It kind of scares me when I be like, "Hey, y'all, we having pizza. Y'all come." Y'all be like, "Hell yeah!" But then when I be like, "Hey, we finna
that's
do,"
this guy.
then I be like,
Realistically, when is
then I
that?
be like, "We finna."
Oh hell yeah! Ain't nobody ever said that. I don't remember anybody saying
nobody-
that.
You know,
But if it was anybody,
you know, I was paraphrasing. But then, like, when I be like, "Hey, man, we finna do these stairs," and then you be like, "Hey, man, that give me like 2 months on
Now
the
see,
stairs." Man.
I'm being honest.
I would have
bro.
been at them stairs with you, but had been at the cake take care.
It's all
But you
good.
gotta remember, you
We-
can't. That's like saying a lady
adjusting
that
to
weighs
changing
500
conditions.
pounds telling her, "Hey, you gotta run up these stairs." You think that shit possible?
Hey, man, so
No.
what if I give y'all the option of choosing the next event?
Shoot, like I said, when we get in our zone, our workout zone that we
I'm
doing
like,
right now,
What if, like, I was like, choose one for next week? Would you have anything?
choose one for next week.
Probably a playground.
If anything.
A playground, wow.
You probably.
I mean, we're gonna be
would.
on
Just
24-hour fitness. I mean, you want to come up in there? That's where we're gonna be at.
Like, what's finna happen? Some treadmill work?
We got treadmill. They got the little gym. They got the court. They got all that. What we got? I mean, what's what you want to do? I mean, when we get up in
I'm
there,
gonna
we
pull
get
up.
our,
I'm gonna pull up. I ain't even gonna get no membership. I'm gonna come off up in there yelling ODA.
Oh yeah, you got to give us guest passes if we
They
going
gonna
there.
say, "Sir, you have to leave." Sir, please step out the building.
I look like I work out a little bit if I step up in there with like a muscle tee.
Well, of
They
course,
say
because I
ODA.
mean, think about it. To somebody that hasn't worked out in a while, to somebody that works out what every day, every other day,
Something
every
like
weekend,
Every other day.
every other day. That's too. That's like a Pinto to a Charger.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta get the healthy habits in. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
What I look at it as is like, it's just like the first part. That's one of the first things about ODA is decisions, like the decisiveness.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna say like ODA ain't even got to be no exercise. It could be like, what I'm finna eat today? This meal that's finna have me sitting up here about to fall asleep, or this meal that's gonna have me mobile but satisfied at the same time.
Low key starving.
I wouldn't put it like that.
Cause that mobile.
I'm thinking about putting together like a whole like compilation of Brother Bandana ringing out.
Oh yeah, I did that not too long ago.
I'm telling y'all, Brother Bandana,
Healthy. Somebody said I sweat that much. That means I'm healthy.
He is ringing
okay.
out at least 5 pounds of sweat.
That's a lot.
The shit looks like it stinks, but it's hard work at the same time.
I'm sure it does.
I'm not even finna say stinks. The shit look like it stank.
So,
but it's hard work though.
All within 1 hour.
Let me ask you this. So, what would be your workout times before this new job you started? Like, what time did you go work out?
Right after work.
Like, what time is that?
Get off at 3. Try to make it before 3:30. If not, make it before 4, and then stay for an hour. Go back to the crib.
So, what did you do? That's in your workout.
A lot. Oh, basically full body workouts. I don't do no leg day, this day, that day, because the jobs that I got required me to move every day. So I'm not about to just specify
exhaust one spot and then be sore.
and then exhaust the next spot while this one's still trying to recover. Nah, full body. For some of us, full body workouts work. For others, you got to take it one piece at a time because, like I tell people, it's all about genetics. Not everybody's built the same way.
So, Max and...
You don't want to ask me about mine?
I mean... let brother be finished up first. I know you want to feed into it. Let brother be finished up first. So, I mean... Like,
what was you saying about maxing?
So, like, do you normally, like, max out and then go from there? Or you, like, hitting, like... You got your, like, your circuit you doing?
It depends. What are you trying to do? You trying to build muscle? You trying to slim down? You trying to tone up? It all depends on what you're trying to do. When I do full body workouts, I just tone up.
Okay.
Tone up and maintenance. But if you're trying to build, eat before you go to the gym, eat after. That's if you're trying to build muscle.
Take in,
yourself.
Build up.
Take in, build up. Okay. So what do you do, mister?
All of mine is natural. Like, Brother Bandana actually pulled up on me one day in the middle of my exercises. I do jump ropes.
I know it was cold as hell.
It felt so good because it wasn't even cold to me no more.
Yeah, because he was, warming up.
Yeah. And, like, I wear a sauna suit and I wear a sweatsuit. I wear a sauna suit and I wear a sweatsuit on top of that to get more bang for my buck, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Within minutes.
I run 1 mile.
You run, walk, jog? Like, are you really running?
I'm going to say that it's a jog.
It's a jog, but it's
light jog.
Yeah.
It's
like a power jog.
Yeah, it's a
It's
jog.
not sprint, but it's not that light jog.
It's where you get that nice full body motion with your arms and legs.
So yeah.
Pace.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, all you focusing on is your breathing.
Yep.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. So, like, when you do that mile, you got your whole body is warmed up and everything.
Oh, nigga, half of my body's warmed up.
Yep. And then with the sauna suit, you are even like, it's like a
10
oven off up in
times.
there. Mm-hmm. Like, your drawers is wet.
Are you doing this in the summer?
Yes.
With a sauna suit and a sweat?
Like, the key is
Well, he's saying this in the summer when the sun is out.
yeah,
I just when the sun is
dressed up
down.
the same year round.
110.
I'm dressed up the same
110.
year round.
Hell
110.
no.
Year round, I'm still covered up just like that.
You better have some water next to you. Boy, you're going to pass out.
Yeah. Like, what it is like, what it is
Know
is like,
your limits.
when you do it, if you do it right, you going to maintain or you going to get into better shape in the wintertime. And then in the summertime, you just going to shred. Like,
He can do that in 1 mile. But if you try to go further than 1 mile and suit after suit after suit.
yeah, like with me, it's not trying to exhaust myself. It's not trying to like push my body like all the way to the limit, like doing full sprints for the whole mile. It's like you do that jog for your heart rate. Like that blood get the pumping.
Building your endurance too, your stamina.
All of your cholesterol and stuff stay good and healthy while you do your jog.
Yeah.
Just because like it's better than like sitting and being relaxed for like 5 days straight and eating high cholesterol food, and then you get your arteries and stuff, start slowing down, and then you catch a stroke, and now you're talking halfway. But whenever you do that, and then after that, I do the jump rope. Now the jump rope is like pretty much full body intensity. Like I jump rope for like a song. That's it.
Like an entire, like you jumping, entire 3 minutes.
For a song. And then that helps with focus too, because you got to keep your rhythm.
Yeah.
Like first you probably gonna stumble a few times, but then when you get your rhythm right and you can stay focused even though you tired from running, that's when your body enters like a whole nother mind state. Then the next time you challenge yourself and you do have to go further than your usual capacity, then your mentality gonna still be focused on, like, you know what I'm saying, like, keep going. Even if your body is like tired, because you still gonna have like focus on your head. Like when I was running up the stairs, I had jelly legs.
I know that shit.
I know that
But
feeling.
I still made it though, and I didn't even stop. I didn't even have to
That's
rest or nothing.
willpower.
And that's what, like, that's a good like study of it. You know what I'm saying? Then when you get it done on a daily basis, like how people go to church every week. When you get it on a continuous basis, it don't even have to be a daily basis. It be like every other day.
Consistency.
Yeah, or you could do
is
it like
key.
3 days a week, then take to break 2 days and 3 days again. Like when you get that, that's like when you get that consistency. It's like I'm a compare it to an act of faith. Like faith is basically doing something because you want to, on a continuous basis. And then like when you do something that you want to and it helps you get better, you can't lose. You end up looking like Goku.
Them motherfuckers made like that.
You getting better and better and better with every season.
But I like how, I mean, yeah,
And
you
nobody
use
can even
Goku
keep
as
up with you because
inspiration.
the only person that you
Exactly.
keeping up with is yourself.
Exactly.
I know for me at this point in my life, 'cause I know how my body is. Like now, even going through the change that it went through
Yeah.
of getting big, like my body is not the same what it used to be coming out of high school. It's even stepping into college. Like when I left high school, that's when everything started breaking down. I wasn't even big at that time.
I'm gonna say it's like your whole lifestyle changed.
Yeah.
We
Like-
used to eat at the same time every day. Everybody used to eat at the same time every day.
I know, but well, what I'm saying is after that, like
It's all good.
even at the high school, I still had a good regimen of doing this and doing that and doing this until the injuries started. Like my back, I don't know why my back is so bad. Then my knees just gave out. Like I guess still trying to be active in football.
Is it still bad right now? Your knees and all that stuff?
Hell yeah. My back and knees are bad.
Like, could you do any running or jogging at all?
Well, that's the thing. Like I have to.
What about
train.
cycling? If you rode a bike, you could do a bike.
Yeah, I mean, I can do all that, but like at the same time, I have to learn what my body can take at the moment right now.
Yeah.
So that's why like my process is slower because then when I go to the doctor, they were like, dude, like right now, I can't even work the job I'm supposed to be working, but I have to do it so I can get money.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, your back is so bad, like from playing sports and
Do you
having,
squat whenever you pick up heavy objects?
yeah.
Or do you bend over?
Nah, I squat. But I crack my back a lot at work so I can like stay moving. So I stretch all day long.
I about to say, does the wife give you massages?
Yeah, she helped me out. But the thing is, though, I take too much. Which I'm trying to lay off of is the ibuprofen because, like, literally, when I say I'm in pain every day, all day, I'm in pain every day.
I believe
Every
it.
day. And people think I be bullshit. I'm like, nah. Like my mama keep tell you. It
You
was
think
like,
you should get a computer job?
well, that's on mama trying to get me out of that. She was like, you need to go into IT. She was like,
And if you had, so you think the best cardio activity that you could probably do is cycling?
nah. I mean, when I was at
They got the lay down bikes too. I like those.
we said the thing when we was at Planet Fitness, I'll be on the treadmill, do the cycling, and then I'll be doing like stretching stuff, and I do like little weights.
Yeah.
But my mom was telling me, she was like, the best way that's probably gonna help you right now is probably sitting down, working
And do
out.
you be having cravings?
Right? Nah. See, that's the thing. I don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, yes, why she's like, no, you don't really eat that much. I probably eat. The thing about me, I'll probably eat like just little energy crisp for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I just started doing that probably like a couple months ago. Lunch, real small. Go home. Probably eat dinner. But the thing is, though, it's like I need to have a cutoff time because I probably eat dinner kind of late.
Yeah.
So I need to have a cutoff time probably as soon as I get in the house. As soon as I get in the house, eat.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing, though, we don't have time to cook, so we'll probably stop somewhere, or we do have time to cook, got to speed it out.
Y'all ever thought about doing like smoothie week?
Yeah. The wife, she always talking about that. That's why I'm like,
Smoothie week will have you cut.
that's the thing.
Something like juicing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she does that. Well, she did, but she hadn't done it in a while. But that's the thing. When we start this whole workout thing,
Yeah.
that's when we going to start cutting everything out and just do green smoothies for this time.
Y'all
period.
trying to be beach ready?
I ain't saying bitch ready, just being healthy, period.
Yeah.
You know, me, I really got to get, because my back is so bad, the weight is making it even 10 times worse. Like, when I went to go get not a physical, but I wanted to go get like a checkup, that's what Dr. May was saying. She was like, you have a seriously bad back for your age. It was like your body is, your body can be older than your actual age. So she was saying,
Yeah.
you need to get in physical shape. Because even when I was like in the 10th grade, doctor would tell me, it's like, you have to stay active. You have to act. You was born so there's premature and all
Gotta
that
stay
stuff.
proactive.
You have to stay active
Have
for
to.
for me. Like, it was like, you have to stay active.
Did you ever see the Uncle Drew movie? Is that what it was called? Uncle Drew?
Uncle Drew,
You talking
yeah.
about Uncle Drew, like basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes with old masks. You remember the jewel of that movie, right?
Yeah.
It was like, we didn't get old because we stopped playing. We stopped playing. And then, oh, damn, did I mix it up?
I know exactly what you're talking
I know
about.
what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And that's the thing. It was like, that's where,
I know exactly what you're talking about, though, because I used to say it a lot when I heard it.
but like, that's the thing. It's like, that's what I'm trying to get back into.
You don't stop playing when you get old. You get old when you stop playing. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah. I think I had that right then.
You was close.
Good enough.
Whatever.
Good enough.
But that's why I had to take this transition slower than what I would like and just, be patient about the results. So, I mean, I'm going to do what I got to do.
Take time on your cutbacks. Don't gradually cut back.
Nah,
I had
that's
somebody at
all-
my last job do that. He had a major migraine for weeks because
Yeah,
he tried
that's
to
all-
cut back on smoking.
Yeah, like I'm not finna go cold turkey.
That's exactly what he did.
I'm not
too.
finna go cold
It's like,
turkey.
I'm gonna
just
stop
cut out
smoking
meat,
cold turkey.
You got to taper it off.
Right.
Like,
For 1 week,
Before
just
you-
eat what you like for
like-
about 3 days. Next 2 weeks.
Because
make it
right
2
now, my
days.
body is out. Like right now, this shit right here is fucked up. I don't know what I did, but I tore something right here maybe like 2 or 3 months ago.
rotator cuff?
I don't know. And
That
then something
shoulder?
right here, something else was torn. Like, bro, I'm fucking up my body.
Can you do push-ups?
Yeah, I can still do push-ups, but right now,
boy.
not on this shit right now. Like when I try to push up out the ground.
What about a pull-up?
Pull-up. I mean, shit, you still working with all this right here.
Yeah.
I mean,
ain't-
but once this shit is like hopefully fully healed up,
whatever requires that to flex, it's gonna hurt.
bro, it's
I know what he's
it's
talking
Are
about.
you having pains and back spasms when you and the wife are...
Boy, stop sounding like a commercial. Sound like a commercial.
When you and the spouse are having...
we work it to my favor where I don't get a spasm.
oh, okay.
But she knows she see how bad it is, cause bro, it's like on the weekend, bro, body straight in the bed, like bro, I'm done. Like my
Ice
body
packs.
right now, my body knows like work mode. Like bro, you go to work Monday through Friday.
It's alert.
When you get to Thursday, bro, you shutting down. When you get to Friday, you pushing it. And then when you get to Saturday, oh nigga, you in the bed, you done.
Are you able to go to the doctor and get things checked out?
Yeah, of course.
And like, are they like having suggestions for you to like, rehabilitate your body to... Because it sounds like you talking like you about 40, 50 years
That's
old.
the
man.
thing, bro. My body is like that. My body went through like really playing sports, really did some shit to my body.
It does do that.
Like really did some shit to my body. Like it really put me in a position where it's like when that doctor told me I'm not even allowed to pick up 0 pounds. When I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you do not need to be working in a warehouse where you're bending over squat. You can't. Your back is not gonna be able to stand there for so many years. Like,
What's
even
going to be
right
your
now.
alias after this? Because Hitman B in the hover round?
Shut up.
No, man.
I'm just saying,
Because
man.
I'm taking the necessary precautions. That's why we doing the whole like real fitness thing. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
lose all this weight. I'm gonna do rehab. I'm gonna really get my body back to really where it need to be, but I have to be
Yeah,
smarter about it.
It's all about, you know what I'm saying? You just got to be a warrior with it, man. Like, I'm pretty sure there's been some people fucked up in history, but they, like, against all odds, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it come down to survival. And, like I said, when I was doing those pull-ups, you know what I'm saying? Like, being able to pull up off of a cliff or something for your family if you need to get up somewhere.
Yeah, but that's
what I'm saying?
But that's why I was like, when I have kids, that's all. Like, I want to be able to actually run around and play with my kids.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm in the point, like, cause like I don't have a lower vertebrae at the lower part of my back.
Oh, man.
That's all.
You made my back hurt.
Oh, shit. Who you telling?
I don't have one, so that's just bone on bone right there. That's what a lot of that pain comes from. Like if you see me always doing this or doing this, shit getting stiff.
First
That's
my
all.
shoulder, now my
Like
lower.
like I tell you, people think I be bullshit. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm in constant pain, but I
And,
always say nothing.
I'm gonna add another thing to you, to a suggestion for you when you're doing your cardiovascular activities.
I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna try to do that shit in the water.
Like a set of 50 crunches right before is good too. It's like heating up the region that you want to burn,
Yeah.
and it'll be hotter than everything else. So your body will be like, "Oh, let's burn this first."
Yeah.
And fasting
Fasting, yeah.
before you do your cardio is good too, because instead of your body using the food that you just ate, it'll use your body fat
See,
first.
but I be hearing stuff about that, but some people be saying, "Oh, it's not the right thing you want to do because you're not giving your body enough nutrients to actually produce this energy."
It's gonna use your own
that's
body.
What,
Gonna use
see,
itself.
that's what they say. See, that's what
It's
I
gonna use
heard.
itself.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people, I always hear two conflicting things. It was like, bro, you never want to work out on this.
At first, it's gonna feel uncomfortable because your body, like your mouth, is gonna be like, man, put something.
But
right
that
there.
was me in high school. Like me, I didn't eat.
Yeah.
Like I didn't eat no more. I remember we had. Well, I don't know. Was you in football when the time switched? We had practice in the mornings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't eat breakfast. I ain't eat. Basically, it's been like what 12 hours before I eat anything and go straight to practice, going off that energy.
Yeah.
And I eat lunch and then go off of that, and that's basically it. I only ate twice a day, lunch and then go home and eat dinner.
Yeah. Like these days, during the week, I'm eating like once a day.
That is a little bit. Like I didn't even eat shit. Most of the time, I don't even eat lunch at work. Shit, I go straight to the break room, sitting down because I'm tired. Watching YouTube.
You got to be careful with that though, because like it's the difference between fasting and like sometimes
There's a difference between fasting and starving.
yeah, starving if you do it the wrong way, you actually gonna like gain weight.
Yeah,
See, but
if you
I'm not
are
even-
hungry, eat.
I'm not even. That's the thing. But I'm not even thinking about food. Like I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not gonna force myself. Not. I'm not even thinking about food, motherfucker. I'm just tired.
What it is like if you starve yourself the wrong way, your body don't even have energy to like burn.
Yeah,
Like whatever it want to burn, it's gonna be like, oh man, let me take a whole break.
because you just gonna be working off of fuses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. No gasoline.
And what you were saying about one person saying one thing, the other one saying another, those both are factuals, but it all depends on who's using them. It all depends on that person. That's why I say genetics is everything with some of us out here. You could be a morning person. The first thing in the morning, you already got a low amount of energy from sleeping. You recharge. You can hit the gym right there and there. Or you can hit the gym when you get off work at nighttime where you may be a little tired, but your body has already been moving for hours on end. And it's already loosened and ready to go.
Because I know I'll be ready for the gym. Like that's what we was doing before. We was going to Planet Fitness. As soon as I get off of work, go get the wife. We go straight to the gym. Work out at least about close to an hour. Then go to the house. But when her hours start to change and all that stuff, it's like can't go.
You got any like music artists or like any
Like you talking about as in like inspiration?
mental inspiration?
Music to play while
that's-
you-
the top,
yeah.
top,
That's
top.
what really gets me. Like, if I could get something that stimulates my imagination, like how I just got to talking about Goku a second ago, or how
Yeah.
I talk about Mike Tyson all the time. Whenever I see people like that, or whenever you look at like The Rock, whenever he be training or something,
Whatever stimulates
My
your
top
that adrenaline in
inspiration
you.
that comes from like music, period, would be Ace Hood. Y'all would probably think Gucci because he lost all that weight. That was a great figure, a good like starting point. But Ace Hood,
I'm
is
not
a
even
person.
necessarily talking about a person. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about like even like a
What will
sequence
get
of
you
beats, even a sequence of beats.
That's
Like,
all I listen
His
to.
beats. Like even when I'm at work, when I'm listening to music on my little speaker, like it's either I'm listening to him or who else am I listening to?
Like even when I had that video and I was like one thing that fueled me is that like the Water Boy. Remember when Bobby Boucher would look at something and it would turn into a person that just started talking shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Needle dick.
That's what I did when I was running on the stairs. I was like, I'm finna conquer these stairs because these stairs is talking shit. And the stairs think that I can't do shit about it. The stairs think that I'm helpless. But I don't play that shit.
Low key, you know what I did one time going out jogging? And I jogged like 5, maybe 7 miles on a few of those times. When I'm halfway there, I be thinking about Crash Bandicoot when he running from that rock or that bear. I be thinking about that bear from back on PlayStation. I be like, oh, that bear behind me. I ain't
That's
got to
what
turn
I'm
around.
talking about.
While I got the music going.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like a mental spark. It could come from anywhere,
Anything.
any age, any memory that you got. Running from your parents when you're about to get your ass hit by like a shoe or something. You
That
think that
belt?
you gonna make it, like anything, man. Like just anything. Like if you treat that right, you can't even get tired.
I mean, I know
You probably gonna like you gonna be like, oh, I could go even a little bit more than I thought I could, and
I know
bam, you another
one-
mile.
the one thing that kept me going when we was working out when I was on the treadmill was just thinking about football. Me just running, like just running with the football, man, like running from people, shooting
Touchdown.
people. Yeah, but it was like an infinite field. That's how I kept visioning. I kept like in my head, I'm moving like this, going through stuff, but on the treadmill, of course, I'm just running. Just running in pace. But
Speaking of football.
that's what I'm thinking about.
Did any of y'all catch this post going around that says something to the amount of if you are a male over the age of 30, stop talking about your football highlights from back in high school.
Yeah, you know, these niggas here is obsessed with themselves. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like, that's like 10 years old. It's just like being, hey, y'all remember when I used to change when I first got out the diapers? Like, that's just like that now.
When I first tied my own shoes.
Yeah, like it gets cute. Like after
That was
a minute,
a big thing back in the
like
day.
that's people stuck on the past. You know, stuck on past achievements. Like if you ain't achieving nothing now, and
They're
all
not
you
trying
could
to
be.
get back to that or past
Yeah,
Everybody's
that.
trying to relive, you know, their glory days.
Like I said, you got
In
to
their
have
head.
like self improvement every year. Like
Yeah, every year.
like if you look at G, like ringing out these shirts and all this stuff, like.
Lifetime
And
commitment.
like when I seen G shoulders and shit when he was doing his curl, I was like, oh man, G done upgraded like like at least double since I seen him last time and all that stuff or like whatever. I used to, like I said, back when I was in school, I used to get intimidated. I used to be scared when they'd be like, go run 4 laps. I used to be like, what?
Very intimidated.
I just did it.
Be like, what?
Like, especially when we had to run gases, bro. I just did it. I ain't think of nothing.
That's how it is now.
I used to cry a little bit. But then my eyeball would suck it back in, so
I used to just do it.
that don't count.
I used to just do it. But nah, like this whole transformation, this whole, you know, fitness thing, when it gets set in stone, I mean, it's basically gonna be a lifetime thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lifetime
Yeah, man.
thing. Get me back where it gotta be.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you just need the right stimulations. Let me see. Let me try to end this on. Actually, since we ran out of video, y'all ready to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
All right, y'all. This has been the Feeltrip podcast, where we are talking about how our feelings can take us to different places, but also get us stuck in different spaces. And this is Rico Wayne.
This is 1866. Wrap it up, brother bandana. I'm that old. Oh, y'all forgot about that? Bruh, I'm that old. 1866. Wrap it up.
Bro, wasn't that a BET?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I thought it was Dave Chappelle.
No, you thinking
Oh, yeah.
of it.
Nah, I know what he's thinking of. I know what he's
But I
talking
know
about.
exactly what the hell he talking about, bro.
This has been Brother Bandana.
King Cruz.
And we're going to catch y'all next week. Y'all be safe, though.